And hello in YouTube land. Have everybody here today. This is going on both YouTube and on Instagram. And if you are watching the replay, I just want to let you know that this is a live show that happens every Sunday night at 5 p.m. Pacific. And it's really not a show. It's just a hangout. Me and a bunch of Chameleon people, we get together. I've got to do chores. I got to make feeder dishes for my wife's green banana roaches. And so people just come and hang out. So hello, everybody. Tony, hello. We've got and Annabellistic. Hello, Annabelle. Guess what? Tony C is going to be going to Madagascar. And Tony C, Annabelle was at the last Madagascar trip. James was at the last Madagascar trip. So we have a lot of really cool things going. Oh my goodness! Alpha Reptile, we got Mike Taitula here. Mike Taitula here is on Instagram. Oh, do you know I wrote a book? Everybody, wait, you just hang on. Don't go anywhere yet. Everybody, Mike Taitula just showed up. I want to go and show off my book. So just hang tight. I'm going to be right back. I'm excited because Mike is my friend, my Madagascar buddy. Mike published a book about baby chameleons, and it's all about how to take care of baby chameleons, and it's a whole lot of fun, and I'm just really proud of it. And so I just wanted to share this with you. I'm getting the official publication copies early next week. This is just an advanced copy. So see, everybody, I get excited. I want to show my friends. We need to go to Madagascar. Mike, I'm going to be, where can I buy one? If you, let's see, the best place. Okay, you know what? Here, how am I going to do this? Mike, you are in Canada, so I need to get you. I am going to send you a link. I have an international link that if I send it from me, it takes like $45, $65 in shipping. Forget that. But if you get it from the publisher, then you don't have to. The shipping is less than half of that. So I'm going to send you a link for how to get this international. Actually, do I have that on here? I can have it shipped to the States. Well, if you can ship to the States and you'd like one signed, then you can go to chameleonacademy.com, and I think there's like two left of the initial ones that I'm going to be signing, and so that would work perfectly. We're going to have a book signing next Saturday for my live session, and we're just going to have a little bit of a party. So anyway, very good to see you, Mike. Very good to see you. Everybody, I got excited because my Madagascar trip back in 2023, that was with Mike Taitula and a lot of YouTube guys. But Mike Taitula, you also get this option to get it signed by Squishy as well. That's our little mascot. But so somebody asked about, Mike, you asked when I'm going to Madagascar next. January 2026. And I already got people putting there together, and all the Animal Con you went to too. Yes, we saw you there as well. And at this point, I haven't heard anything about Animal Con this year. So that we may be taking a year off there. So, all right. Wayne Beatties is saying, my wife doesn't know I ordered the book. Could we not put a sales order? No, you know what? I don't have anything that fancy, man. You're just going to get a book. There is nothing fancy there's no sales slips, invoices, or any of that kind of stuff. You're getting a book. Nothing has been released, but I've heard it still have. Oh, okay. Well, hey. That's okay. All right. So let's see. We got to follow. I'm behind in the chat. So as usual, James has been in the garage. James has been working on some good stuff, and I am very excited I may be able to share what James has been doing week after next, Friday after next. Ooh, be right back ordering one. Yay, that would be awesome. All right, Susan is saying listening for tonight until I get the barn chores finished. All right, that's good. This is what this live show tonight is all about. This is all about doing chores. And people on Instagram, if you want to join in more of these live shows, I do more of them on YouTube, and there is a special channel called Chameleon Academy Live. I had to break up my channels for reasons, but if you go and you find Chameleon Academy Live on YouTube, then you can, there's a whole lot more chat that goes on the YouTube side. That's just the way the things went down. And let's see, Jan is going to be making her dubias bioactive. Excellent. That's a great chore to do. Very glad. Yep. Tony is Madagascar 2026. Very excited. I am so excited about this trip. I just get more and more excited. You know what? You may not realize this, but I've never been that excited about traveling. Madagascar is the one place that I've been excited to go back to. It was just such a great experience. And Way to Beat is doing his job. Don't forget to smash the like. Excellent. So, man, let's see. It looks like Janet is doing a lot with silkworms. That's 3,000. Wow. So, hey, I know that guy. All right. And Steve says he's very impressed with the James Project. I like that. All right. So you're asking, this is chore night. So you're all saying, well, Bill, what kind of chores are you doing? Well, I am going to be making feeder dishes for my wife, Yvette's green banana roaches. And so that's what's on today. Now, when I put together these feeder dishes, I like to do a dry mash, and then I do things like sweet potato. Look at this. This is a dude of a sweet potato. Look at that thing. That's gonna fuel a lot of roaches. And then I do some carrots, and actually I got to get the bananas because these are banana roaches and they need bananas. And you know what? They actually like bananas. So I'm going to get those bananas. Give me a second. Boom, baby. Got it. Let's see. We need to learn about Angela's veiled chameleon. I believe my chameleon is 5 months, but still not sure how much she should be fed. She eats like a garbage disposal. If you give it to her, she's a veiled. Yes, veiled chameleons, absolutely. They will eat you out of house and home, and unfortunately, they don't know when to stop, and they can get obese and unhealthy. And unfortunately, with a veiled chameleon, when it gets obese, especially a female, they overproduce eggs, which will shorten their life. I've had a veiled chameleon female give me 60 eggs, and I've heard about over 100. This is ridiculous. So at 5 months old, it depends on how much you have fed her and how fast she has grown. She may be getting to adult size by this time. And when they're at the adult size, you want to pull back on how much you're feeding them. Now, I know everybody's going to ask, so how do you know when they get to adult size? It's one of those things where you just start noticing that instead of their whole body proportionally getting bigger, they start growing out and round. And you go, okay, wait a minute. I got to pull back on that. The good news is that there isn't like you can't just accidentally walk into disaster. It's like you'll notice, and then there's a long time for it to get bad, and then it's a long time for them to lose weight. It's just like us human beings, but there isn't a disaster line that you can accidentally go across if you're watching. If you're watching, I mean, we look at social media and we see some people who didn't know to watch, and their veiled chameleons are just this huge bag of marbles or sweet potato or whatever. So if you are watching, then you're going to be able to catch it, and it won't become a problem. How long do banana roaches? I don't know, actually. I just keep them all together, and I keep thinking, oh, okay, they've all died out, and then they come back. So the thing is, I forget, are they live birth, or it's been a while since she took over the green banana roaches. But the babies are small and brown, and they hide in the soil. So it's really easy to look and see, I don't see any adults, but not realize you have an entire population in the ground. So I don't know how much they live, how long they live. Oh, got the pleasure of finding a rattlesnake. Yes, I got a video from James showing that there was a rattlesnake in his garage. That's a way to wake up in the morning. Oh, yeah. So, all right. So the way this works is this is just a free-flowing conversation. You can just put whatever you want to in the chat. We'll talk about it. In the meantime, I've got to actually make these food dishes for my wife. And I have here, you guys know I've been doing this feeder fuel from Reddy's Rainforest. Well, this is just the starter pack. I got myself. I'm ready for the apocalypse here. My feeder insects are going to be eaten well with this thing. And unfortunately, this is the 5-pound one. It still says not for human consumption. What the heck? Order complete. Oh, Mike, when is the estimated delivery? Mike, the books are going to come to me sometime next week is when the big shipment of books, the first big shipment of books actually comes in next week. And so I will be able to get it out next week sometime. Now, many of us here, we're going to have a party. So most of the books are going to be signed on Saturday, and then they'll go out the Monday afterwards. But for you, Mike, for people who don't want to be, don't usually come to the book signing, we're just shipping them out by the end of next week. So I'll be down in Michigan early. Oh yeah, you're going to get it. You'll have it by July, no problem. Oh, all right. We have some comments here. Let me go through this. Bill is 65 grams for 6-month-old Panther ambilobe, healthy weight. I don't know. And the reason why I don't know is because every panther grows at a different rate. And that all depends on how much food they've got, what kind of heat they have, and how cold at night it gets, and all this kind of stuff. So instead of looking at weight, when we want to determine how healthy our panther is as it's growing up, we took a look at the body. Is the body looking, is he acting energetic? Can he run across the branch? So look at the overall body of this guy, and does he look active and healthy? And chameleons, as they're growing up, they are fast. Yeah, they sit around a lot and they like to be hidden, but when they want to move, they move. And is he fast? Is he sure-footed? We want to look at the casque. We want it a little bit full, not bulging and not sunken. So just kind of the casque, the two fatty areas are kind of flat. So they're underfed if they're sunken in. They're overfed if they're bulging. So, once again, it's a very subjective thing, but generally speaking, kind of like a little bit of a bump there. And so that's what you're looking for, is the overall feel of health and vigor. The problem is when we start getting into weights, is there's some chameleons where 65 grams would be emaciated, and some where that would be overweight. And at 6 months old, there are some chameleons that are panthers that are full, not full grown, but well on to being to their adult weight at 6 months. And there are some that are just getting into subadulthood at that point. It all depends on genetics and then the husbandry conditions. And it's not necessarily that husbandry conditions are good or bad within this range. Because, I mean, my panther chameleons generally grow slower than some of the other panther chameleons in the community, because I have like I keep them outside and there's this wide swing of hot and then cool at night. And those panther chameleons are rock solid, bulletproof. Those guys are as hardy as anything, but they're not as big as if they had the ideal conditions 24 hours in a day. So is one better than the other? I wouldn't say so. I know in the community, if you see a big, massive panther chameleon, you say, okay, that's healthy. And yeah, that is healthy, but that's not the only measure of health. And so I got to be really careful when I say this is a weight, because it's a number. As soon as we put something to a number, it's like it can be misinterpreted and misapplied so much. So that's why we really want to look at the general health and vigor instead of just the weight. All right. Death by Tattoo says, today is 1 month with my first chameleon. Congratulations. The past 2 bug days, I got him to eat 2 silkworms from my hand. Help from your video on how to tame. Oh, excellent. I am glad that video helped. And yes, with chameleons, having them eat from your hand is the best way to tame them. Having them sit in your hand, the thing is, having them sit in your hand requires them to break through so many mental barriers that are just genetically inside of them, because they had to survive for millions of years. And at no time during those millions of years was there ever a concept of a pet. So if you want them to actually sit on your hand, you're like breaking through a lot of mental barriers there. And that's not necessarily necessary or a sign that they're being a better pet. So when you're taming a chameleon, trying to establish a relationship with the chameleon, just be okay with it in them eating from your hand. That is prime relationship with the chameleon. And the reason is because you are not forcing the chameleon at all. Once the chameleon's on your hand, it doesn't have a choice in the matter. And so you aren't able to tell how much of this is because it trusts you or because it doesn't have a choice. Once you start getting a chameleon into the situation where it doesn't have a choice but to do what you want, your relationship building is probably at an end. And now you are teaching the chameleon that you are in control of the chameleon. And so that's getting into the territory where it's a negative relationship. But if the chameleon has full agency to come to you or stay away from you, and the chameleon comes to you to eat out of your hand, that is a milestone in your relationship. So when we go into this taming of a chameleon, make sure the chameleon at all times has 100% choice to be there or not, to engage with you or not, to interact with you or not. That's how you know that it truly is a building of the relationship and not a control situation. So you're doing great, Death by Tattoos. Good job. Alicia's asking, are all your kiddo chameleons into eating right before bed? Cash is all about food inside his last like 45 minutes. That's okay. Well, usually I wouldn't say that is a common thing, but it is a common thing for chameleons to have their own personality and have their own ways of doing things. And so that's just Cash's quirks. So, let's see, Bill, what's the latest you've heard or experienced with edema? I have one female, it comes and goes, and I can't pin it down if I'm causing it by certain foods or supplements. The latest is we don't really know. And it comes gradually and it goes even more gradually. So you're doing the right thing about removing certain things. We have found, generally speaking, that removing supplementation makes the edema go down. And so obviously there's something in the supplementation. We don't know what. See, that's the thing. We don't know what. Our supplements are just filled with so much stuff. I mean, we don't know what exactly is doing the edema. So there's a lot more that we need to learn. And at this time, the only thing we do is take away supplements, and it seems to go away after months. Edema is a tough thing to work with. Yes, he is active and looks very healthy to me. Excellent. Excellent. Dark Morphs is asking, Hillbill, after a chameleon hatched, how many days you keep them in the Tupperware? Oh, within 24 hours of them hatching. When a chameleon hatches, I just let them, sometimes when the chameleon hatches, they just kind of sit there and they rest and let them rest. As soon as the chameleon starts doing laps in the egg incubation, that's when I put them in a cage. So I wait, and they tell me when they're ready. When they start walking around, that's when they're ready to go into a cage. Some chameleons come out of the egg ready to do laps, and some come out and then just want to rest for 24 hours. It's just individual to the baby. So, Angela says, can't wait, Bill, for my tall hybrid cage. Maybe it won't take too long. So excited. I hope my veiled loves it. I'm in NC. Yeah, I haven't checked the orders, so I'll check and see what's going on. We are actually we're building tall hybrids right now. So you should be getting it soon if you have an order in. Let's see. Marsh Ann saying, I turned my 10-foot gate fence gate into a 16-foot gate. Working to the new workshop build. What are you going to be bringing in that needs 16 feet? That's exciting. I can't wait to see what Marsh is doing some crazy stuff in her backyard, and we can't wait to see what's going on. Do you feed them right away? As soon as I feed them after 24 hours. And as soon as they're running around, we're talking about baby chameleons. And so when chameleons hatch, they have nutrients from the yolk that they've absorbed. But within 24 hours, I make sure that they have food available. They gotta have those fruit flies buzzing around. So they can, if they want to, whenever they're ready. There's no set time, so everybody's got their own way of doing it. And so some people have very strong feelings about the way they do things, so you may find some strong opinions out there. But me, I acknowledge when I am doing something just because I decided to do it, and you can do it all sorts of different ways, and that is one of them. When you start supplementing, that's another one. I start supplementing with calcium at about 1 to 2 weeks. And then I supplement with preformed vitamin A, as in the Repashy Calcium Plus. I start with that at about a month and a half. But it's not... those times are not terribly important. So, you don't have to set a calendar and says, okay, now's when I introduce calcium. Now's when I introduce. Some people do start the supplementation with Repashy Calcium Plus, all those fat soluble vitamins on day one. and they seem to have no problems. So this is, when you ask me questions, I'm going to tell you what I do. I'm also going to tell you if how important it is to follow that, or if you just do whatever you want to. And there's other people who do it this different ways. So, whew. All right. By the way, everybody, I keep forgetting. I promised James 3. Is James 3 here? I'm not sure if James 3 is here or not. I promised James 3 that I would bring on Clancy, who's a veiled chameleon. That was the star of many videos like years ago. Let's see. Did he? I think Clancy hatched. Was it at the end of 2020? Something like that. Anyway, he was a star. He was featured on Instagram and YouTube a lot. I forget everything that I did with him, but he's doing fine, living his best life, and chowing down on on all sorts of stuff. So there's just been other chameleons that have come in and taken the spotlight, but both Clancy and his dad are still out there doing great. Let's see, Clancy's dad. He was hatched at the end of 2016, I think. So it's 17, 18, 19, 21, 24 plus 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Oh my gosh, is he 9 years old? Wow. Is that right? 3. He's 8 or 9 years old. I have to check. Yeah, so Clancy's dad is about 8 or 9 years old, and he's got a dad and an uncle, and they're doing great. So anyway, yes, veiled chameleons can live a long time. This the more we learn about husbandry, the longer our chameleons are going to be living. I've got a female panther that's going beyond 6 years. So, yeah. James 3 is here. Hey. All right, James. I keep remembering once I'm on camera that I was supposed to bring on Clancy. I was supposed to do him on Saturday, so I gotta remember that. One of these days, I'm gonna remember. I'm gonna bring on Clancy. Love Clancy. He's awesome. Yeah. All right. And yes, everybody, this is very exciting. I'm cutting a banana. But that's what chore night is all about. We actually got to do chores. There have been times where I've procrastinated to the point where I didn't get anything done, but not tonight, because I got a special request from Yvette. Her roaches need food. Let's see. Marcia has bought a 10-foot by 16-foot pre-built building. Wow. That's gonna be an awesome reptile room. All right, we need pictures of that. That is gonna be fun. Oh boy. That's right. Now, here's something. Anybody here know what a Caluma cucullatum or cucullata, I forget what they've done, is? Anybody heard of that? That is the ultimate flappy flap. A flappy flap is our kind of chameleon community name for brevicorn, because it's got those occipital lobes that flap. Cucullata or cucullatum, I forget which. I don't know. Is the ultimate flappy flap, and it's got these huge occipital lobes. So That is, let's see if I can say this because I never said the word Masawala Peninsula. That's where they're usually found. But my guide is thinking he may be able to, is heard about where he can find them around the Andasi Bay area. Now, those of you who are in Madagascar with me, you know the significance of the Andasi Bay area because we go to the Andasi Bay area and we see all sorts of cool things. That's where we see the Parsenite Christopher. And that's where the fog came in over the mountain when we were up on the mountaintop and we watched the fog come in and envelop the entire valley. That is in the Andasi Bay area. And where we found the brevicorn. And the yellow giant Parsons chameleon. So these are all in the same kind of area. Well, we go there and he's thinking he may be able to find cuculata there. And I am very excited for that. So Tony and I don't know, is Geraldine here? But anyway, Tony, we may, if he can find cuculata, then we're going to take a little detour and we're going to go get pictures of cuculata in the wild. That would be so fun. So anyway, James Street says, Clancy is my secret Academy mascot. His appearances in your videos were always entertaining. Okay. All right. James Cross says, don't forget to mention the hotel, Bill. What do you mean the hotel? Coolest place I've ever stayed in. Yeah, okay. The hotel in that we stay in while we're visiting Andasi Bay, oh my gosh. That is so cool. In the morning, you are woken up by the injury. Oh, that's how you wake up in the morning. Oh my, it is magical. And it is so beautiful sitting there and eating your breakfast and looking over the stream and it's just the wall of rainforest out there. If you have a chance to go to Madagascar, you need to do it. I've got two excuse me. I've got 2 spots left for 2026. Email me at bill@chameleonacademy.com if you'd like to come. It's amazing. And then after that, James, I'm going to tell you where we're going to go after that. Oh yeah, Tony C. After that, we go to a paludarium, and that is essentially it's a little beach resort. Now, resort is it's nice. It's nice. You don't expect too much there, but it's nice, and it's on the beach, and that's where we see the orange eye Parsons chameleon. That's where we see panther chameleons and Ustaletai. We see the eye. If you guys, I don't know if anybody has ever seen the eye. Google it if you don't know what an eye is. AYE. It is the most demon-looking lemur, but it is such a sweetie. We can't touch the eye, but we will be able. We will, as in, we're going to go see it. And by the way, at this the paludarium, I mean, lemurs are bouncing all around, so you get to see them real up close. And if you aren't careful, they will steal your coffee, your sugar cubes, like poor James. James had to fend off. He had one lemur who came in and started testing whether James was going to let him take a sugar, and then James got mobbed by a whole lot of lemurs that came and just grabbed all his sugar. So that was fun. Yeah, I couldn't save the sugar bill. James got bugged by lemurs. Do you stay in a hotel the entire Madagascar trip, or do you camp as well? In this particular route, we are in hotels the entire time, and they're actually kind of nice. I gotta. They are rustic, but they are nice. Let's just say that. But in this trip here, there is. This trip is not a rough trip. There are 2 mountain hikes, where you spend the day and you go up a mountain and down. So it does require some physical fortitude for those 2 hikes. Other than that, it's flat. We drive to an area, we walk along the road. There's road herping in Madagascar is just amazing. And then we go back to the bus. And so that's not physically exerted. There's two hikes that are you need to be in good condition. I mean, you're not climbing up a mountain, but it's a hiking trail. And oh boy. Okay, you got to do this, don't you? All right. And so yeah, but you don't have to go. If you say, okay, I don't want to go up a mountain, then you don't have to go. But James Cross did everything. James, tell us, what do you think? Tell us about what would you say about all of our hikes and how physically exertive it is. And I'll read his answer when he puts it down. Let's see. Wayne's asking, are there any species that could live comfortably within a 2x2x2 that's easily 5 foot off the ground? Carpet chameleons, or carpet chameleons, or first for Campania, the jeweled chameleon. Yeah, I'd go for jeweled chameleon. They should do good. Yeah, we've got a lot of real small chameleons that should do fine in that. James says at the Paludarium, they have to light a fire in the morning underneath the kettle to warm your water for the, yes. And electricity goes off between, I think, 10 and 6 or something like that, 11 and 6, something like that. And that's the place where you may get full bars for the Wi-Fi, but the Wi-Fi is not connected to the internet. So you may or may not be able to get a signal out. Let's see. All right, fine. Ask him about the bathroom, James. Okay, in Madagascar, you can't put toilet paper down the toilet. You got to put it in there. Their plumbing can't handle all the paper, so you got to put it in a trash can by the toilet. So there is a little bit of, you're not used to, if you're used to your Holiday Inns, that's the little rustic area. And all the hotels have mosquito netting because you need mosquito. There may or may not be mosquitoes, but there's mosquito netting. So, we are in the lounges. If you go and do a hotel on Tananarivo, the capital, or go to some of these resorts, yeah, you're going to get 5-star. But we're not going to we are going to the forest. And so we do have a little bit of adventure in our hotels. But I got to tell you, they're nice. They're nice. I'm okay. James also tried jumping down the mountain. Okay, there is that. Oh gosh, James, why you gotta call me out on everything? There was only one hike that was a little bit tough. Some of the girls had to check out, pretty easy. The adrenaline kept me going the whole time. I wasn't going to miss anything. All right. There's more, Bill. Tell them about washing. Oh, good. Okay, everybody. No, I got to go into the details. Yeah, okay. James had, I think this is the first time James ever experienced a bidet. All right, everybody. Can you imagine James? It really has been out of the country. There was one hotel that had a bidet. And for those who don't know what a bidet is, that's where you have by the toilet, you have this hose that squirts. Well, okay, it's not a bidet really. It's just a hose by the toilet that squirts. Well, you use that to wash your bum. And James had never tried this before. And so you can imagine James trying to figure this thing out and trying to use it for the first time. Yes, there was adventure to be had even when we weren't in the forest. So, oh boy. And would like to try to go 2027 to Madagascar. Well, it looks like, and things are going well. I probably try it. How many hours a day will we be hiking? We go on a road, like road herping. And so we get out of the bus and we walk for a couple of hours, but a lot of time, most of the time it's flat. When we do on the 2 mountains that we do, it's a day. We go, like one of them, we go up and down in an afternoon. So we go in at the late morning, come back in the early afternoon. That's not a big deal, but it's kind of a steep hike. The big hike, we go up. It's a day. We go up in the afternoon and we stay at the top for a while until it becomes nighttime. And then we come down and we do the night hike because you can see that's where I saw the blue Eurypletus fantasticus. Okay, not blue, purple. And when I say purple, I don't mean, okay, I'm going to be creative and blink my eyes and that kind of thing. No, it was purple. It was amazing. But you see so much more at nighttime, or not more, I'd say different things during the nighttime. So that's what will be, that's a long hike. I got water all over the bathroom. Oh, let's see, I had so much fun. Janet, great people. Bill was epic. Well, thank you very much. I tried to be epic. The guys were epic. It's a can't miss. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Let's see. Lai Oko is saying, when my chameleon is on antibiotics, is there any food or supplements to give them during that stressful period? No. Just treat them naturally. Of course, hydration is always important for a chameleon. So it's not like you give more hydration, but you want to make sure that you continue to give hydration. Make sure that that is you're giving enough hydration. They're going through a tough time. Every time their body has to process medicine, it's tough, just like us. So, but there really isn't anything special that you have to do. Just keep up the good husbandry. Yeah. I am looking in 2027. I am looking at going to the northeast, and that's in an area like Ambalobe, Ambanja, and to Monte de. Okay, this is French. Amber Mountain. So I'm looking into an itinerary that would take us to the northeast, Madagascar, for 2027. And the thing is, that may be a 3-week trip. The trip I've got right now that we're going on in 2026, that's a 2-week trip. I specifically have a 2-week trip because many of us are Americans, and that's all we get for vacation is 2 weeks. Not like Europe, where you guys are actually civilized and people can take a month off. That is wonderful. We don't got that. We are back in the dark ages here in the U.S. And so I have a 2-week trip for Madagascar. But the thing is, when you start going into the north, see, oh, hello, are you going?
I'm leaving right now. I didn't order anything yet.
Okay, give me a second. This is pizza business.
What mall entrance?
I go like the Red Robin Mall entrance, but it's the food court, so all roads lead to the food court. So the thing about the northeast or the northwest or northeast, both of them, is that the roads aren't as good over there, and the places that you want to go are spread out, and so you end up having to go just to hit the same number of places. It's got to be 3 weeks instead of 2 weeks, and so I'm looking really carefully into an itinerary. The 3 weeks I like going for 2 weeks. 3 weeks is pushing it for me. But I may do it just because, that's what it's going to take. It's either, so if I just go to Amber Mountain, there's a lot there, but I want to see more. If I want to go to Ambalobe and Ambanja, Nosy Bay, that would be great, but I want to see more. And so that may be a 3-weeker. So, Janet says, would have been laughing the entire time. Oh, believe me, just watching James go about through day in, day out, and the things he does and the things he discovers. And yeah, James provided a whole lot of entertainment. So let's see. And camping with Stephanie Kong. Oh, yes. And there may be in 2027, there may be some camping involved. So I'm looking into this. And if we start doing camping, it means we're staying out there. And so that kind of limits, it kind of whittles down, filters out some people because it requires a little bit more of a rugged environment there. This trip that I go on right now, we see so much, but it's very simple. It's accessible to most people. So if we go in these other itineraries, it's going to be a little bit more rugged. So Mike says, that sounds like a good time. Better start getting some honeydews done now and prep for 2027. Yes. Oh, yes. And if ever you have a chance to go anywhere with Stephanie Kong, that is incredible. She is amazing. She is the biologist that lives in Namibia or where Botswana. And she's a biologist. She lives out there with the lions and elephants and giraffes and hippopotamuses. She's the one who tells about how she's just sitting there working on her desk and a spitting cobra crawls across her desk. And she says, oh, well, I got to get rid of this thing. So believe me, she is Indiana Jones. So it was a blast having her on the trip. So if she goes again, everybody needs to join that trip. All right, I'm supposed to be like doing stuff here. I got talking about it, but Madagascar it's such an amazing trip, and for us chameleon people, it's really magical when you can see. It's great seeing chameleons in the trees, but there's something about being there and feeling what they feel. And I had many conversations with James about this, and it's just hard to bring that back. It's hard to put into words what you feel out there, and there's just no substitute for being there when you care about chameleon. I mean, when you're like trying to figure out chameleon husbandry. So it's if you have a chance to do it once in your life, it's so worth it. And when you see a Parsons chameleon sitting up there in the tree, it's like, oh my goodness, that is just incredible. And then when a lemur uses you as a highway, you're just minding your own business and a lemur bounces off your shoulders. Like, well, what just happened? Oh boy. Hey, Alicia, we'll see ya. So, all right, what else? Okay, now I need to like put in the feeder fuel. Oh, geez. All right. Oh, everybody, tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. Pacific on YouTube, the regular channel. See, I've got two Chameleon Academy channels now. Sorry. What? Okay, Instagram's doing something crazy again. So I've got two Chameleon Academy channels on YouTube. I had to separate them. Sorry. One of them's for lives. That's Chameleon Academy Live. And so everybody on the live, that's where you are right now. But I have the main channel, Chameleon Academy, and that's for all the general videos and the podcast episodes. Tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. Pacific, I am launching the next video and next podcast. It's all about chameleons as pets. And if you join us at 5 a.m. Pacific time, there's going to be a live chat. I'm going to be doing the premiere for this video. It's about half an hour. So, and it's not meant to be watched. There will be a video, and it's a video of a cute baby panther chameleon just trucking around his cage. All I did is sit there. I put a camera in front of the cage, and I just hit record. So you're going to be seeing uncut what a baby chameleon does all day, which is pretty much if you just look at it, you're thinking, oh, this is a picture. No, it's a video. That's what they do. So we're going to be watching this baby panther chameleon while we're listening to the podcast. Basically, it's meant to be listened to. So you put on the headphones and you can type away in the chat, and we can all, we're going to start the week off together at Monday morning, and Friday at 5 a.m. Pacific, we have a video where we have a chat. And so we're going to end the week together. So if you want, start the week with us and end the week with us. And that's just kind of a fun way to enjoy our week. So we are coming to the end. Oh, we've got 10 more minutes, and so I can but anyway, if you are on Instagram, just know that there are two Chameleon Academy channels on YouTube. To go and at some time make sure you find those. I know most of you are probably subscribed to the Chameleon Academy channel. Find the Chameleon Academy live channel and subscribe there. You can go to the Chameleon Academy channel, and it's, if you go on the home page or whatever, the profile page, whatever, of YouTube, you're going to be able to go down and see other channels, and their YouTube live, our Chameleon Academy live is there. So just subscribe there. Make sure you've got that down. We're going to be, I know we lost a number of people because they didn't get the message. And so I'm going to try to notify all of them. I've got a newsletter I got to get out tomorrow. And so hopefully we catch everybody and bring everybody back on the live thing. I know it was very disruptive splitting the two channels, but I had to do it. And so, if you're not, I am working on getting back onto the weekly rhythm to where on Monday we are going to start off by that premiere in the morning, and you can listen, and you can listen to this at work, working out, whatever. It's a listening thing. Also, the podcast will go out as well, but you'll get the newsletter Monday sometime. Tuesday is question and answer session. Friday morning is the video, and then Saturday is our Saturday show, and then Sunday we actually have 5 days in a row that we do stuff, and we just take a little bit of a break Wednesday and Thursday. So if you love chameleons, you're in the right place. We live chameleons, and we live it. We live it all week. It's kind of fun. So Marcian's taking a 3-day weekend. Oh, actually, okay. So you're going to be there tomorrow? Oh, wonderful, wonderful. And the video's up, so you guys can go there now and say you want notifications. So it'll you can go sign up. You can sign up for it now. All right, no more fuel. But why is the feeder fuel always gone? That's okay. Ugh. I got it taken care of. Got to back up. Let's see. Mikey says, Mikey Ben, Wednesday is Reptile Show Reporter. That is right. Okay. So there is a show on Wednesday. That's the Reptile Show Reporter that I do with Sean McNeely at 5 p.m. Pacific. And Wednesday, it's on the Reptile Show Reporter YouTube channel. And that's kind of my, I got to be good through every show because, it's my show and I got to keep things under wraps. But on that show, I don't have to be good. It's not my show. I can do whatever I want to. So generally I'm not at my best behavior. I am disruptive. I am chaotic, and I just say whatever comes to mind. And so, yes, I am on that show, but I don't want to. I don't want you to lull you into thinking that you're going to get the responsible bill that you see now. So Mikey. And so, yes, Thursday is actually the only day that we don't have it. But like Wednesday is not official chameleon stuff. Sometimes we talk about snakes and iguanas and things like that. So what the heck? But oh well. I guess all those non-chameleons have their place. There we go. Got my wife's feeders taken care of. Mikey's here. So, and by the way, everybody, next Saturday is going to be the official book signing. We're going to have kind of a party. So all the books will be in by then. And we're going to have kind of a party atmosphere. It's not going to take me an hour to sign all those books, but you know what? Let's have a party. Let's have a midweek party, and you're going to have some giveaways. Nick Unz from Unzarium is going to be giving away a carpet chameleon. Can you believe that? You're going to be getting, somebody is going to be walking away from next Saturday with a carpet chameleon. My wife, Yvette, Misty Mountain Fans, is going to give away a Europlatus fantasticus satanic leaf-tailed gecko. Now, in both of these, whoever wins has to agree to pay the shipping for those things. But yeah, we're going to have some fun. It's going to be a party next Saturday. So we're going to have some fun. Come there. Exotic Bio Creation says, what? Yeah, we're going to have fun. Exotic Bio, your videos have helped me raise my young carpet chameleon, and I thank you. I am glad to hear that, Exotic Bio Creations. I'm glad that those helped you raise your baby. I love baby chameleons, so I am really glad. Hey. Did you know I published a book on baby chameleons? Tiny Dragons, all about how to take care of baby chameleons. Yeah, it's my show. I can talk about my book. So, can't wait to see what hat James is going to wear. That's right. James Cross and Sean McNeely are going to be the hosts, so I can concentrate on signing books. Where's the party? Where will the party be at? The party will be on YouTube. This is going to be a live party. Go to the Chameleon Academy Live. It's a new channel, Chameleon Academy Live. If you find the Chameleon Academy channel, that's where all the videos are going to be, and you can find a link on the profile page there. But look for Chameleon Academy Live. That's where the party's going to be. So is it already out? Yes, you can order it. You can go to the Chameleon Academy site and order it. I get the first ones. Those actually came in early. I'll get the first ones on next week, and so they're going to be shipping next week. If Squishy gets tired from signing, maybe Clancy steps in for a book or two. I got that. I got a stamp in for Clancy and for Squishy to sign. And let me tell you, I'm going to have my wife do that. I was not doing the stamp thing very well. It was kind of ugly. So, yeah, Yvette's going to be doing the stamps. So, anyway, and by the way, there's only a couple of books. If you go on the Chameleon Academy website, those books are like, there's a limited number available in inventory. That's because that's how many I bought and are being shipped to me so I can sign them. That doesn't mean that's all that exists. You can buy them from the publisher. It's just that it won't come to me. So if you go to the website and there's no inventory left, just wait a day, because I will say, oh, wait a minute, I got to put the link for the publisher in there. So there's more available than is showing on the website. So if anybody has any problems getting the book, email me, bill@chameleonacademy.com. I'm here 3 days a week on live, and so it's very easy to get a hold of me. Now, let's see. Instagram, though, I'm here 2 days a week, Tuesdays and Sunday. But on the YouTube live channel, Tuesdays, Sundays, and Saturdays. So very easily accessible. And everybody, this is where I like to answer questions. I know some people, like, they DM me, they email me. and I do a little bit, very little bit of that. I like to do bring the questions here. I like to answer in public. So, oh, it's 6:00. Well, 6:00 here. So, we are here at the hour. Is there any final comments? Go ahead, put down questions or comments or just anything to close the night off. Let's see. Wayne Abides is saying, are you like signing them with the quote, like the name of the person? If so, I'd like my YouTube username also just to be difficult. All right, everybody. If you ordered one and you want them signed, send me an email. If you want more than my signature and Squishy's signature, send me an email with what you'd like as far as if you want your name on it. I can sign names. The thing is, I got to be careful because I know a lot of people buy their screen names and not their real names, and they bought with the real names. And so I won't be too creative in the signature because I don't want to do something wrong. So just send me an email if you want me to write to a certain name. Somehow communicate that to me, and Wayne Abides, I would love to. I absolutely use Wayne Abides. I have to make sure that I spell it right. I want a novel. You might have to sign mine after. Okay. What time on Saturday is the live at? Exotic Bio Creations, it is at 12 noon Pacific time. So just go to, and I'm going to have to, I'm going to be sending that out. I'm going to be doing a Instagram story about this, and I'm going to be sending it out in my newsletter. So I will, and I'll even do a YouTube community thing. I'm going to do my best to get it out as much as possible. But yeah, it's amazing how much I can spread out the announcements and it doesn't reach people because there's so much noise out there. So it's good to ask. Good to ask. But find Exotic Bio Creations. Have you found the? I don't know. Just make sure you are on the right YouTube channel. I've introduced a little bit of confusion here by separating the YouTube channels. I had to do it for reasons that we don't need to get into, but I'm just trying to get everybody onto the right YouTube channel. So just make sure you're on. Anybody wants to be with a Saturday party, it's going to be on Chameleon Academy live YouTube channel at 12 noon Pacific. So you should sign them. Best of luck on your chameleon journey, the best journey of life. I like that. I like that. I'm going to figure out something to say that I can say on everybody's. Can my book be the 16th book signed? The lucky, yes. Yes, Alex, I can make yours the 16th book signed. I'm going to have to remember. Send me an email if you can. I'm going to try to remember that. But I got a lot to remember in this head of mine. Yes, thank you. And I found the channel. I'll be trying. Excellent. Excellent. Exo Bio Creations. Be good to have you there. Susan's saying 34 days post-breeding, my veiled, no eggs yet. So honestly, she doesn't even look gravid. Well, if she doesn't look gravid, she may not be. Just because they mate doesn't mean that it took. Believe me, I know with my shamrock chameleons. But yeah, okay. If she doesn't look gravid, she may not be. Veiled chameleons generally don't hide their gravidity. That's not a veiled problem. But I mean, it could happen. I mean, she could have a small clutch, and if that's the case, you're doing something right as far as husbandry. So, all right, Wayne Abides says, got to hop off, smash the like. So, all right. All right, everybody, it is time to close this off. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on a Sunday night. It's so much. It is so much fun having a community and talking about chameleons and just hanging out. And it's a great way to end the week. And tomorrow morning, listening to the new podcast and being on the chat, that's going to be a great way to start the week. So we're kind of creating our own we are creating our own community of support and getting through these days and having a whole lot of fun doing it. So thank you all for joining here, and have a great week. I'll see you tomorrow for those of you who are crazy enough to get up in the morning and hang out with me again. So good night, everybody. Hey.